All right, in this onboarding video for AcquisitionPRO, I am going to be showing you how you can build a fast website in less than, let's target 20 minutes. I don't want this video to be any longer than 20 minutes so that it is the fastest way for you to get your A2P registration, even if you already have another website, because chances are that website is not going to be appropriate for A2P. And if it is, great, we can use that. But I want to show you how to do it really fast, really simple. So from your dashboard, after you log in, I want you to go to Sites. When you click on Sites, then you can go to Websites, and you're going to have this Connect With. So go ahead and click on that, and that is going to bring up your Connect With template, which really is a built-in template from the Linktree websites. It's just a built-in template in the back end. It actually doesn't have anything to do with Linktree, but I think this is where websites are going. If you go to Monroe, CCIM.com, you will see that this is a direct replica of my current website, obviously modified for me. So we're going to be editing this, but the first thing we need to do is go to Settings, and you need to go ahead and select your domains, whether it is that subdomain or your primary domain. I'm going to use this for our primary for now, so I'm going to put that right there. Then put who you're connecting with. So we're going to change this to connect with Strategic Acquisition Certification Team. And let's spell that right. Okay, and I'm going to leave that as connect. I'm not going to worry about the header and body tracking codes right now. We can get these from Google as well as Facebook, depending on how you want to track things. We will have stat availability here. We do want to upload a favicon, so I'm going to go to Media, and I'm going to open Medium Library, and I need to upload my favicon, so I'm going to upload a file, and I'm going to upload this favicon white because most people have dark browsers these days, and that black isn't going to show, so I'm going to upload the white. I'm going to hit Open, let this come in. Now, I just need the link for this. So I click on the photo, and I come over here to this little copy to clipboard, and I copy that link. Now, I hit back to go back to my page. I got to go back to Sites, Websites, Connect With, Settings, and now I want to paste that favicon URL in here, and then I want to save. So payment mode, if you're taking payments live, then you will want the payment mode. Otherwise, you can turn it off. Because this is a certification and you have to pay to get the certification, we're going to leave that on for us. You definitely want to optimize your JavaScript, which is internal coding in the background. You definitely want engine optimization or image optimization. And if you are targeting people outside the United States, then you're going to want this GDPR compliant font. Doesn't matter one way or the other. You can either turn it on or not. It's pretty much irrelevant instead of using Google Fonts. I'm going to leave it off for our case, hit save, and that's all we're going to do in that. The next thing you want to do is click on these three little dots, hit settings, and go ahead and put that same thing in there, and then hit update page. That way, this will populate with your new strategic well, in my case, strategic acquisition, but whatever you are using. We are going to do privacy policy and terms in a different video, but in the meantime, we're going to click here and go edit and start modifying our template. Now, right now, this is live, multifamilysac.com. Here is the template. I have not touched anything with it, so we will be testing this as we make the modifications. So if I come back, first thing I need to do is change this, because this is one, not me, and two, not our logo. So to change that, you click on the orange box inside here. You'll notice that there are orange boxes, there are purple boxes, there are blue boxes. Each one of these means something different. You've got the green box, which is an entire, if we click layers, you have sections. Those are the green boxes. And then you have columns, and you have rows. So each one of these will have different things embedded into them. And we'll come back to this later because we're going to be removing some things, adding other things. So let's click on the image up here. Scroll down until you see image options. Again, we're going to go to our image library, and you'll see here is our favicon. We're going to upload another file. So I'm going to open that up, go to Strategic Acquisition System, the certification, images, and now I want to upload, because it's a dark background, I want to upload my white. So I'm going to open that, wait for that to open, and then I'm going to double click on it, and that's going to insert it in here. Now, that's not quite big enough, so I want to play with this a little bit, and I'm going to say 220. That's better. I like that. So I'm going to leave that just like it is. That looks good to me. Now, one thing you can do is save, and save often. Again, we can change some of this information for your metadata. This is your search engine optimization. Right now, I am just going to put the basic information in here. Let's see, I don't need connect with. I just need strategic acquisition certification as my primary keyword. I'll add more keywords later. This should have my TM on it. Social images, we're going to do that so it shows up for social, and then I'm going to update the metadata. So that's just a real quick way to update that. You can come back and modify it later, and you can select it right here to modify it. But every time you make a change and hit save, it is going to recommend you save that anyway. So the next thing I want to do is change this name. So I'm just going to double click in here, and I'm going to change it to, for us, it's going to be about us. And then I'm going to change the tagline below it to multifamily acquisition certification, so they know it's for multifamily. Okay. And from this point, I'm going to save, because we save and save often. Next, schedule a Zoom meeting. I'm going to change the name of this. So if we scroll, you'll find the text. There it is right there, to schedule a 30-minute, I'm going to change it to consultation. And I'm not going to put any subtext in it. And then down here is going to be the calendar. Now, what's really cool about this is if you use a pop-up, you can have the calendar pop up by going to pop-up settings, or you can go to your calendar, which is right here, calendar settings. You can do this either way. You can either click share, copy. Now, I have not set my calendar up yet. We'll be doing this later. Come back to here and paste this in here. By doing this, that means you're going to have to come back later and change this again. If we just change it to the pop-up to that specific calendar, then when you update the calendar, it will update automatically on here. So that's what I'm going to show you how to do now, and that's what I recommend. And you always want to open in a new tab. But if we're doing the pop-up, the tab doesn't matter. And then I'm going to hit save. And then I'm going to come over here to pop-up settings. I'm going to add a row. It's going to be full column. I'm going to add an element. And that element is going to be the calendar element. So I got to drag that in there. Now I'm going to select my calendar. And I only have one in here right now. And the calendar will pull up. So then from here, I'm going to go ahead and hit save. That saves that calendar setting, and I'm going to close the calendar. So now when somebody clicks on this, a pop-up will come up for that calendar. Next, I'm going to do send me a text. So if I come all the way down to the bottom, I want SMS, so it's going to link to SMS. Remember, we just did open pop-up. We're going to link to SMS. And then we're going to use our AcquisitionPRO phone number. So I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to copy this number, Control-C, from phone numbers inside our settings. I'm going to come back. I'm going to paste that number in here, and I'm going to hit save. All right, so now if somebody wants to send one of the team members a text, they can. Let's see. So I want to change that send me a text to send our team a text and hit save. Okay, the next, I'm going to duplicate this, put it right here. I'm going to click on it, and this time I'm going to do send our team an email. Okay, and then I'm going to change this to email address, and I'm going to put in my email address for the certification, or for your company, depending on how you do it. It's completely up to you. Okay, so I have that, and I'm going to hit save again. So now they can schedule a meeting with me, they can send me a text, or they can send me an email. In any of these situations, I'm not actually answering or responding on the phone, so I have time to look to see who is communicating with me. I'm going to do one more, and I'm going to put it up here. So I'm going to add this button, and I'm going to start right here. And it's going to say, learn more about the certification. Okay, learn more about the certification. Click here. All right, and then this is going to be a website URL, and that URL is right here, the Strategic Acquisition System video. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to come back, and I'm going to paste this in here. I want that to open in a new tab, and I'm going to hit save. All right, so now I have this. I don't need the video. So I'm going to come over here to Elements. Actually, I'm going to go to Layers. Come over here to Layers. And you have to start searching for this specific layer. Now, notice when I clicked on it, the video highlighted down here. So instead of deleting it, I just want to hide it, because maybe I want to put a video in here later. Or maybe I want to put that, I want to put the video we just did there. So let's unhide this again. So let's show it. Let's click on it. That is the file, the thumbnail. So it wants hosted. How about YouTube? Put in that video URL. And there's the video. So now I really don't need this button anymore, so I can delete that button, and instead I'll use this video. All right, and hit save. So now I've got the video from YouTube right here, which is perfect for me. Here is your, I'm going to close this. Here is your opt-in form. This is what is absolutely required for your A2P registration. You've got to have an opt-in form. It's got to have a phone number associated with it, and it must have this message where you cannot opt in unless you click that box. That is absolutely required. So you don't need to modify this. This funnel is already built for you. It is in your account and including the quick value calculator as your lead magnet. But if you want to modify this, this is where you're going to modify it from. All right, but we're going to leave that alone for now because you need it. Remember, we're doing this for quick action. Next, I'm going to come to YouTube, and I'm going to scroll to the bottom. I want a website URL, and this time I want my YouTube channel. So I'm going to go to my YouTube channel. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to come back, and I'm going to paste it in here, hit save. Okay, next I want my Facebook page. So I'm going to go to my Facebook page. I'm going to navigate to a page that I like. I don't have a page for the certification yet, so I'm just going to use the next closest thing, which is the strategic acquisition method. Come back to Acquisition Pro. We can always modify this later and paste this in and hit save. Okay, my LinkedIn, same thing. I'm going to go to my LinkedIn account. For right now, this is my LinkedIn account. That doesn't really work for the team, so we'll be creating a business page for the strategic acquisition certification, and then it will link to that page. I'm going to go back to Acquisition Pro, website URL, paste that in there, hit save. Okay, I do not have Instagram, and I am not going to use a TikTok account for this, so I'm going to remove these two. Actually, I'm going to go to Instagram and look for, oh, there's the icon. Okay, click to select icon. Let's type in, I wanted Twitter. All right, so there's Twitter. And let's remove Instagram. There's my Twitter. And if I come down, website URL, and go to my Twitter account, copy it. Again, we'll need to create a team Twitter account, but we don't have it right now, so we just want to get some information in here. Hit save. And then I don't need the TikTok, but I don't want to delete the TikTok. So again, if I go back to my layers, and this is down in the bottom, so if I go to this one, let's see if these are, okay, that's that paragraph, so it's going to be one column above it. And there's the buttons. That is the TikTok button. I'm just going to hide it. All right, I'm going to close this, and I'm going to hit save. All right, next I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to change your company name. I'm going to leave this C. I'm going to leave all rights reserved, and I'm just going to type in Strategic Acquisition System. All right, and you can check privacy policy, but it should be good. Click this link, and it should just say /privacy policy, new window, perfect. And you don't want the follow, so you want to include that no follow because you don't want Google indexing your privacy policies and your terms. Okay, do the same thing for terms. Check it. Make sure it says terms, conditions. Perfect. And that is it, folks. We just edited this whole thing in less than 20 minutes. All right, so we're going to save. We're going to publish. And now let's go view it and see if it all worked. So let's refresh the page. All right. There's my logo. Notice at the top, oh, it pops I got to change that in the calendar setting. It pops the connect with right up here. Also put in my icon. Remember we did that, the favicon inside the settings. I've got my About Us, schedule a 30-minute consultation, send our team a text. Now I'm on a computer, so that's not going to work. We can send our team an email, and that will pop up your email a client. We can watch this on YouTube, okay? Here is the free quick value calculator download. Now, we have not set this up yet, so don't test this yet, but you don't need to. Twilio is not going to go through the form, but they may check this box and see if it's working. It doesn't matter where they go from this. And then we have our social icons, our privacy policy, and our terms, which we will be doing in the next video. So that is it. I will see you in the next video where we modify our privacy policy and our terms.